Movement is medicine. I bet they didn't teach you this in school. But back and shoulder muscles.
I would make you look cool.
All right, we're doing a few different face pull variations because there are a few with very specific purposes. This one is going to be working your external rotators, so you want it to be around head height and you're trying to pull more towards your forehead than the other ones. So I want to keep my thumbs up. I think it aids in the external rotation of you being able to externally rotate your shoulders back like I am so. The whole point of this is to work your external rotators as well as a little bit of the muscles the normal face pull works. I love this variation. I go much lighter with it and much slower with it, really trying to focus on rotating my shoulders externally near the back. Doing that by pulling higher on my head than I would for other variations of face pulls. So that's why I like doing this one, and your external rotators are probably weak, so do this. If you're more focused on muscular development, you can also do more normal face pulls, I guess. Around chin height is what I go for. I know it's a face pull, but basically aim lower for your face. Your elbows, where those are, drive where any pulling motion is going to be felt. So this is mainly for our mid to upper trapezius muscles. I almost forgot what the name of the muscle was. Those are your shoulder blade muscles that you see me pulling together right there. Also your rhomboids. That's what the ones that are really close to my spine, kind of the inside of my scapula, are called. So the previous one was for more upper back development. In the past two, we were standing for both of those. You can do these sitting, kneeling. You can do them in a lot of different positions. I've seen a lot of people do a very high position, so I didn't change where the cable was attached from when I was standing, so I'm pulling down a lot doing these. I haven't done a ton of these, so I'm being completely honest. I prefer the other two just because that's what my personal preferences are, and there's the ones I've done more consistently. But these were fantastic. Basically, more like the secondary one because I'm pulling more toward my collarbone to chin area, and that's what I'm going to recommend for most of you trying to start out doing these. Do the external rotators once you're more comfortable. Okay, so while I do some more sets, let's talk about why I'm doing a bunch of different ways of performing the exercise. So here I'm leaning back a lot to show you it is still worth doing, and there's so many different ways to do so many different exercises. You'll see somebody at the gym who will be like, oh, you see that guy over there? He's not supposed to be doing that. And they just don't understand that there's not that big of a difference between the most optimal thing and the second most optimal, and or just what's most comfortable and what feels good. You lean back, it actually does nothing as long as you keep your core tight and aren't using your momentum to pull. All right, I want to give you guys a different angle. This is a good opportunity for me to show that there is good form for this variation where I'm trying to work my upper back, my shoulders. I'm trying to work those muscles more in this particular form sequence. And even though I'm pulling to my head, like I said I was doing for my external rotators earlier, this is doing not much different than the pulling to my chin because I'm not externally rotating my shoulders at the back as much as I think I am. I'm really trying, but I didn't change the weight, and that was way too heavy for me. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for the love and support on this series so far. If you didn't know, I'm making a new movement-related video every day for the month of May, as well as going live on my live streams for at least an hour each day. On those live streams, I am moving my own body, answering your personalized questions for me about your health goals, my health goals, and or anything you can think of that is health and fitness related. I really appreciate and enjoy having those one-to-one and or one-to-chat conversations with everybody. So if you can't make it to those live streams, which are around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time most days, I would highly recommend you ask your questions in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much. And as always, remember,